They say that in the sky, the line between life and oblivion is as thin as a single thread. A shot in the dark, a final glimmer of hope from the loser. An attack born not from where you see, but from a place you cannot even imagine. A pre-programmed defense tactic executed with mechanical precision. So let's witness the chess match that decides the sky, where intelligence is the ultimate weapon. Every legend begins in tranquility. The sky, a colossal stage, awaits its actors. And here is the first actor, Gripen, not the strongest, but the weaver of fate. Its pilot doesn't just fly a machine, he is a neuron in a larger brain. Two individuals, but one consciousness. The beginning of a woven legend. The quiet before the storm is always the most dreadful. It is the pause for the gods to gather their power. But then they came, unannounced. The Iron Hunters of the sky. The Iron Pack. They don't fly, they tear through space. They don't seek, they hunt. The prey is marked. The invisible gaze of the hunter has locked on. 4 against 2, an equation of pure power, a death sentence already written. The logic of the machine is cold and cruel, but legends are not written with logic. The confidence of the strong. They believe power is the only truth in the sky. The siege net has tightened. There are no clear exits, only a choice between terrible outcomes. In this moment, time freezes. One wrong decision will be the last. When power is not the answer, intelligence becomes the weapon. The chess game begins. These are no longer two planes. They have become a single entity, with 2 bodies and 1 mind. The first blow, an iron fist to the face aiming to end the chess game quickly. Madness, or a stroke of genius. In this chess game, the pawn is sometimes the most powerful piece. The true predator never lets its prey see it. It is the ghost, the blade in the dark. The picture of despair. But sometimes, what the eye sees is merely a meticulously staged play. And the play begins. The dance of the weaver of the web officially opens. The first move. The hunter's surprise when the prey doesn't act as predicted. The Iron Pack responds with force. They believe no amount of skill can withstand a storm of steel. A magic trick in mid-air. Light to obscure the truth, deceiving the electronic eyes. A perfect deception. But there is still another spear flying towards it. This isn't just defense. This is a dance, a taunt at the threshold of death. The missile's sensors are saturated. It sees the target, but it cannot grasp it. A machine's helplessness. Intelligence has triumphed over strength, at least for this moment. While one dances with death, the other is drawing the map of the enemy's demise. The mistake of arrogance. He is flying himself into the very trap that has been set. Every move of the enemy is within the calculations of the artificial brain. Fate has been sealed. The bait has been taken. The fish has bitten the hook without realizing it. The invisible reaper's scythe has been raised. The moment of false triumph. The hunter is about to become the hunted. A verdict delivered from a god it cannot see. This is not a bullet. This is a thinking assassin, guided by an invisible will. Lack of awareness is the most dangerous enemy on the battlefield. The play has concluded. The lead actor has left the stage, leaving behind a tragic finale. Too late. The verdict was read when you didn't even know you were on trial. A final, desperate effort. A meaningless act against an inevitable outcome. One piece removed from the board. The balance of power has shifted forever. The fear of the unknown. The most terrifying enemy is the one you cannot see. The pack has lost its coordination. They are no longer a pack, but merely panicked individuals. Blind rage. An attempt to reclaim lost honor. The ghost never stays in one place. It vanishes as soon as it strikes. The chess game is not over. The performance of intelligence continues. The commander's effort to regain control, but doubt has already been sown in their minds. They don't just fight with missiles, they fight with electromagnetic waves, with ghosts in the virtual space. When your eyes are blinded, the mind fills with fear. Once again, the dancer steps onto the stage, but this time to lead the enemy to exhaustion. They chase a phantom, wasting precious fuel and energy. A glimmer of caution, but in a chaotic storm, it alone is not enough. The cage door has been opened, just waiting for the right moment to fly out. The grand overview of the chessboard. The white pieces are in complete control. The performance ends. The dancer takes a bow and elegantly exits the stage. The bitter realization of defeat. They lost a battle they didn't even fully understand. The two neurons reconnect. The brain is whole again, ready for the final act. The wounded wolves return to their den, but the weaver of the web is not finished. The primary mission is defense and survival. Victory is not always about destroying the enemy. An orderly, calculated withdrawal. This is the mark of professional warriors. A final effort from the stubborn commander. A reckless act to reclaim honor. An extraordinary calmness in the face of danger, because everything is still according to plan. A shot in the dark. A final glimmer of hope from the loser. A pre-programmed defense tactic executed with mechanical precision. They split the radar signature, creating an unsolvable problem for the missile's electronic brain. A deadly hesitation. In a split second, it lost its only chance. Once again, intelligence has broken the will of steel. The full admission of defeat. Not just a lost battle, but a bitter lesson. The storm has passed. The sky returns to its inherent peace. They arrived like ghosts, and they leave as legends. The invisible traces of a perfect dance. The report is not just information, it is the affirmation of a victorious philosophy. Their image will be recorded, not just on the water, but in the annals of simulated warfare. As if reborn, shedding all the stress of battle. They return the quiet to the sky, where they just wrote a symphony of fire and intellect. The numbers do not lie. They are the cold proof of an artistic performance. Dissecting the moment of genius. The science behind the magic. Two different worlds. One side sees everything, the other is merely a blind man in the dark. They didn't just win a battle, they proved a truth. That in the age of technology, intelligence is the ultimate weapon. The soul of the machine, the thing that turns cold metal into a sentient creature. The story does not end here. Every day, new chess games are set upon the sky. Beauty in controlled destruction, art in warfare. The perfect interaction between man, machine, and the laws of physics. A worthy opponent, for without a great adversary, there can be no great victory. Reimagined through the lens of simulation. Where technology becomes legend. The numbers that define its true power. An opposing philosophy. Muscular strength versus a neural mind. Every journey has an end. Every legend has a beginning. A symbol for a philosophy that will be told again. The machine sleeps, awaiting the next chess game. Total silence for the full 8 seconds, letting the text appear. Total silence for the full 8 seconds as the final text appears and fades.